Welcome to my new channel. My name is Heather. I am a self-learning artist in the United States, and I plan to do product reviews on this channel of art supplies and some art tutorials and just talk all things art. I hope you enjoy my videos and follow me as I continue on this journey. Today I'm going to test out the Meeden 42 color travel watercolor and brush set. I got this from Amazon. Right now both Amazon and Temu also include 3 watercolor brushes for this. You can put water inside of them and push the button and they come out the brush, so you don't have a need for a water cup. So I'm going to open this up and take a look at it. I believe it also has a brush in here as well. We'll see. Amazon had a $5 coupon on this. So that was exciting. Oh, it looks like it has a little sponge that you can dab color off too. So here's the brush that it comes with. I'll probably just use that one for now. Then it comes with 42 colors. Wow, lots of options there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is paint, or at least partially paint, a flower I drew today. It's a reference from the Facebook group, Free Reference Photos for Artists. I really like the group. Lots of really talented photograph artists there. Okay, I have my trusty water bottle. I'm going to use it to fill up the brush. If I can get it open. Maybe I'll try one of the others. Okay, now that I have this package open, this comes with a flat brush, actually 2 flat brushes, a small one and a large one, and then a smaller round brush. It's quite a bit smaller than the one that the set came with. So I think I'll start with the smaller flat brush, even though I don't normally use flat brushes for watercolor. But we can try it. Just fill up the brush with water here. Make a huge mess. Okay. And then screw the top back on here and pull the cap off. So this is the reference photo I'm going to use today. It's a lovely pink flower, and I like how it has the lighter tips on the petals. I'm going to see if I can get a nice gradient. I believe I'll use this pink color, which is 190C in the Meeden watercolor palette. And I'm going to start with quite a bit of water in the brush. See how it's dripping? Get a little bit of this pink color. And since I'm not sure exactly how dark it's going to be, I'm going to start at the bottom of one of these petals. I'm going to squeeze a little bit more water out and hope that dilutes the paint enough. Nope. well, kind of. It diluted it enough for the tips here. Let's see. I can dab it out a little bit with the baby wipe here. Until I get a gradient I'm happy with. And I'm using Bauhong watercolor paper. This is the Academy version, which is their student grade version. I still think it's really great, even for student grade. It's 100% cotton cold press paper. Okay, so there's one petal. We'll start with that for now. Let me look at my reference photo again. Just set it over here. Then I'm going to start on this petal here. We'll start dark again. Since it's fairly dry here, I can start with the next petal over, but if it was pretty wet, I would start with a petal not touching the previous petal, because you don't want them to bleed into each other, because that's no fun. This color is very vibrant. I love it. In the reviews, I did read that this set was pretty good, that the colors were very vibrant and pigmented, and people were excited that it came with extra brushes, and that it was really intuitive and well thought out for a travel watercolor paint set. I haven't taken it out yet. I just opened it, but once I've taken it out to travel, I'll put a comment or description or a message in the description saying how it went. And I probably should have rubbed out some of these lines a little bit better, especially the mistake lines. But for some reason, the pencil I used, which was just a little cheapo pencil that I found on the floor, it wasn't really meant to do this, I think, because it doesn't erase very well. Normally my Bauhong paper erases pretty well, so I think I just need to use better pencils with it. Okay, so there's a space between these petals and this petal in the reference image. Some artists suggest wetting the whole petal first, and I think I might try that on another petal, but I'll have to get another brush to do that I can just have clean water on. And surprisingly, the underside of this is lighter, the part that kind of flips up. I wasn't expecting that in the image. So I'm just going to put some clean water here. And then kind of spread this color just a little bit. There. Okay, and then move on to another petal. This one is another one that's flipped up, and the underside is light compared to the top, just a little bit. Spread this paint just a little bit here, and I'll come back in and add a little bit more later on this one. But you can see how you can get different opacities and values with just one color. I believe value is the right word anyway. Sometimes I get value and tone mixed up. I'm still fairly new to the complexities and science of art. I enjoy learning about it though. Okay, and then under here it's slightly darker, so I think I'll get a little bit of this darker pink and kind of dab it in a little bit. Actually, I don't like that color as much. Maybe I'll try this. Yeah, this reddish color might be a little bit better. Might have to put a little brown in there. It's not quite dark enough. The color doesn't quite match super close to the color that's shown down here. Like this one looks a little bit brown in the picture, but it's actually quite red. Unless I'm just looking at the graph wrong, which wouldn't surprise me. Let's see if I can find another color that's a little bit more red, or a little bit more brown, I mean. Let's try this one here. No, that's too orange. That'll work. That's a nice color. All right. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, I'm going to take away a little bit of this color up here. Just with my brush dry, I can soak up a little bit of this. This brush doesn't work as well as like my Princeton Heritage type brown brushes that hold a little bit more water and suck it up a little bit better, but it's not working too bad. Okay, now I'll do this petal kind of toward the back here. It's kind of curving. It has these little floofy bits here. Yes, that is a technical term, floofy bits. Okay, I'm going to put a light wash here in the middle. The stamen and everything is here in the middle, but I don't want it to be on white. And then here, now that this one's a little bit drier, I'm going to come in and add in just a little bit of water to kind of blend that a little bit. There we go. Next is this big petal here. This is an erased line. Maybe I can go in with some gouache to make a background for this so that my mistake pencil lines don't show up as much. I really love this color, and it goes on so well. I was afraid that they would be chalky like some other more discounted or cheaper watercolor sets, but it's not. It's pretty nice. It's not as smooth as something like Kiritaki, but it's a lot better than I expected. Okay, now this petal here is quite dark because it's showing kind of behind some of the others, and it's toward the back. It's pretty much all one color except for a little bit on the top. going to dab away a little bit of this so it kind of looks like it's folded over. Let me show you the consistency of this paint. It's really nice. It feels like it's almost just out of the tube. Like I said, I was not expecting it to be quite so creamy. Creamy and dreamy. For a travel palette that's kind of exposed to the air. I mean, obviously these close in on top of each other, since they're kind of like an accordion, I guess you could say. But they are really creamy and nice. Okay, actually this petal is not its own petal, it's together with the other one, now that I look at the reference a little bit better. So I'm just going to blend it in with this. And there's one more over here. It's kind of darken the bottom of it, and a little bit lighter toward the top. Okay. Then this needs to be kind of a light wash here. There we go. Okay, and then while I wait for this to dry, I will start on the stem, which is a nice olivey green color. Let's see if I can find something like that in here. Looks like 119C is a nice olive green color. It looks a little bit light, but we'll see how it comes out. I'm just going to dab this on the baby wipe. I don't normally use baby wipes when I'm painting, but this is what I had with me when I came into this room. All right, and the stem goes up under here. Down. And since it's a little bit lighter than the reference photo, I'm going to add in some of this brown. I don't quite understand their system of, I guess it's, oh, it goes from right to left instead of top to bottom. It's, okay, I think I see now. That would have helped earlier when I was looking for that darker plum color. And hopefully these colors will blend nicely together, and I can always take off a little bit. Go ahead and paint in the first layer of the leaf here. Then I'll go in and paint it a little bit darker later, because with the reference, it looks like the leaf is flipped up, kind of curled a little bit, lighter on the bottom and dark on the top, so I can add a nice dark layer and work on the coloring that way. All right, I'll continue this flower in another video, but as of now, I would just like to say that I am really enjoying this Meeden palette so far. The only thing I can think of that would be a problem is closing it before it's dry, so I think I might just let it sit for now. These brushes worked pretty well. The water flow was great. It didn't come out too quickly. I've had other travel watercolor brushes where the water just goes everywhere. and then kind of ruins your picture. It's a really nice water control, and it's responsive when it comes to a light push or a heavier push. So overall, I'm very happy with this set. Like I said, I got it on Amazon. It was $18.95 with a $5 off coupon, so that's a really good deal for a watercolor set for under $20 that is creamy and pigmented and has so many wonderful colors to choose from. I'm very happy with it. I've also used Meeden watercolor paper, and that's really great too. I've only used the cold press so far. I did buy some hot press that I'll try out at some point too, and I'll let you know how that is too. For those of you who are watching, thanks so much for watching. Have a good afternoon or day wherever you are.